So hey, so guys, Riotbox here and welcome back to another MotoGP 19 career mode video, and in this time we are going to be heading out to the Qatar Grand Prix for the opening round of our second MotoGP season. So of course in the last episode we went and did our winter testing, chose our development pack, which I'm pretty happy with. I mean, it's quick, but it's made the bike a little bit less stable. So during the opening rounds of the season, I'll be working on the rideability. So we're putting on that anti-wheelie, that traction control upgrade, and hopefully then the bike will be pretty good. So we've got some good raw pace in the bike by the looks of things. It's just the consistency over a race distance, which we might struggle with, but we can work with that. What we can't work with is a slow bike, so hopefully this is the right strategy to go for this season. So what I'm going to do, we're going to do a quick lap simulation, and this is the first time we'll have seen the bike with a livery, and oh, it looks pretty cool. I love this helmet. I was going to change it, but I thought, what's the point in changing it? I absolutely love it, and I love the number on our bike as well. Maybe I'll go and have a look at some more. But for now, let's see how we get on then on this first lap of our development test. And this is of course in practice 1, so hopefully it's quick enough to get us straight into Q2. That is what we want to try and do as a result of this qualifying session, but I mean this practice session. So let's see, it's a 1:56.4 we've got to try and beat, so let's see how we get on this opening lap. There's Jorge Lorenzo at turn number 1. I went a little bit deeper to turn number 1, but the bike so far feeling really good, apart from Lorenzo, man, holding me up. Here we go, then coming around the final corner, and we've been slowly catching up to Alex Rins over the course of this lap, so let's see if it is enough. It's felt like a really solid lap. Really impressive how the bike's reacting, and 1:55.4 I think that was. What a good lap time for us there straight away in practice 1. So what I'm going to do, I'm probably going to do another... I'll do this distance analysis because I need to return to pit. I need to put some medium tyres on to see how the medium tyres react to the tyre in terms of tyre temperature. So we're gonna have to go for 2 laps now. I need to try and get a good amount of resource points under our belt for the start of this season, so we can get this bike to a place where we want to be. So put in the work early on, then we won't have to do as much development later through the season. Struggling with hiccups there. So we've got the medium tyre strapped on, so this will be a bit like a race simulation for us. It's back-to-back 2 laps. So let's see then how we get on compared to that 55.4 on the soft tyres. So in lap number 1 then, we've got 100% track affinity on the left hand side. We've got to beat a 58.4 in order to be able to do the challenge, and we end up with 57.6, so that's okay, you know. Not expecting absolutely rapid lap times on this because I am desperately trying to follow this line to make sure I get maximum R&D points from this challenge, and we're right up behind QATAR anyway at the minute, so we're in a bit deep there. That's going to cost us probably a little bit of track affinity, although it didn't actually in the end, which was a bit weird. Oh, this lap's a bit scruffier. So let's just get it together, bring the bike round. You see already 1.4 seconds under it, so I'm going to have to get a little bit of a move on if I want to beat the 58.4. Here we go then, battling out with the Petronas bike there. We're going to get enough track affinity. Oh, we're going to get the lap time we need. Yes, we are, 57.8. I would take that. So another 20 points in the bag for R&D. So that's going to give us a good start. 50 points is the first upgrade for rideability, and we'll go for anti-wheelie for that one. So for now, I'm just going to get straight into hopefully qualifying 2. But we'll go ahead and skip to qualifying. So hopefully it's enough to get into Q2. 55.4, we are 1/10 quicker than Marcus, which is encouraging. It's only practice of course, so got a lot of work to do, and the commentator just said second practice, and we're comfortably in 5th place. I would take that. Andrea Dovizioso was quickest, Valentino Rossi 2nd, and Marquez 3rd, and Alex Rins 4th. So pretty similar to last season. I wonder if Dovi's going to be able to defend his title. I'm going to give him a run for his money, and hopefully the other Yamaha riders do as well. So we're going to go for a brand new set of soft tyres, and that should do us nicely for qualifying. So let's head out on the bike then. That helmet looks lovely. I found it on the community area for the helmets. Someone else in the community made it and it looks absolutely stunning. What a lovely helmet on a lovely bike. So let's go then. 55.4 was the fastest time in practice. Maybe we can break into the 54s. Might be a bit of a push, but let's see. We've got some good pace in this bike. I'm aiming for the front row and nothing lower. So let's see how we get on then on this opening lap. Here we go then, coming across the line. It's feeling like a real good lap. And it's going to be a 1 minute 54.6. Look at that. Much better than practice. Is that going to be pole position? You know what, I'm going to end the session here. I'm confident that's the best lap I'm going to be able to put in. At 54.694, just under half a tenth quicker than Valentino, so that was pretty close. Whew, the Yamaha working good round here. Where's Vinales though? 9th place, so it is myself and Valentino on the front row of the grid for Yamaha, followed by, was it Rings in 3rd place? I think it might have been. Take a look at Valentino. I'm going to go for some medium tyres. Not going to go for that. Not going to go for the hard compound, I don't think. Do I? No, medium will do me lovely. I think Alex Rins, you get 3rd place for Alex Rins. Right then, here we go. The first race of our brand new season with Yamaha. So the aim is the championship. We need to get a good start to the season here. Lots of medium tyres going on there, so pleased with the tyre choice. So let's see how we go on. Looking pretty sick off of the line. Ooh, let's go. I kind of want to change the number up from number 31. 31 doesn't mean anything, it's just one of the preset designs. So see how we get on then. We're off. And Alex Rins, what a fantastic start. We got mugged off by Ducati's Hondas, and then the Yamaha slotting Rossi lost out at the start big time there, and it is a Patronus that leads for the Yamahas. It's Morbidelli. We've dropped to P6 from pole position. Not what we need. Ooh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to slide under Morbidelli like that, so we lost out big time at the start of this Grand Prix, but we're already on the back of Dovizioso. I'm going to get a thumbnail there. Right then, getting back to the action, I think that thumbnail looks fantastic. I haven't seen the thumbnail yet, but the screenshot for the thumbnail looks mint, going side by side with Dovizioso. We're in a bit wide there at turn 5. Cost us big time. Dovi's going to come back through if we're not careful. We need to look after the tyres. Of course, 6 laps ahead of us. We need to make this Yamaha work. Hopefully it's kind on its tyres. But I have no idea yet. We need to try and really get a podium if we want to be in contention for the championship. A win would be fantastic, but I think we need a podium just to be safe. So be aiming for Miller and Rins' spots up the road, but I expect Vinales and Rossi to come up behind us too, as well as Dovi. So it's going to be tight for the podium. Lots of top class riders, lots of good quality bikes as well. So we're very early on in the Grand Prix actually. We're on lap number 1 still. It's quite a long lap, just under 2 minutes. So let's see if we can make it work. Around turn 14. Bit cautious into that. Not wanting to upset the bike at this stage. Try and look after the tyres, don't overheat them on lap 1. We're in a bit deep into the final corner. We follow Miller's line actually. Keep that front end down. That's compromised. I'll run onto the straight, and here goes Dovi on that Duke. He's going to try around the outside. That's not really going to work for him, I don't think. Late as we like on the brakes into turn number 1. Just about hook it up nicely. Oh, Dovi! That was mean. That was real mean. Oh, here he comes, straight underneath of us. Need to see if I can follow Dovi up to the back of the podium runners. I think this Yamaha, hopefully we can improve the pace, but it's probably the 3rd quickest bike out on the track and on paper, with Honda and Duke being the top 2. I'd say they're pretty even on pace, probably depends on the type of track. But of course, we've got Marquez to try and deal with out here. Sitting in P5 at the minute. Not sure who's behind me, but I'll run it wide. Not on purpose. It's a Spargo behind. Which one? Is that the KTM or the Aprilia or Spargo? I'll have a look back behind in a minute. I'm literally on the limit. I don't want to upset the rhythm at the minute. Don't want to override the bike. Can't afford to fall off or make a major mistake, so maybe through this back section of the track we can close them in. Just under 0.7 of a second up the road to Dovi. He's going to be looking to get Miller's spot any moment now. Got a big gap to the guys behind, so the top 5 running away. Miller runs wide again at the final corner. I follow him. Dovi's going after him and he's going up the inside there. Look at that. Rossi P11. That's not what we want. It's tight up here. Runs 54.7. We do a 55 flat. So a couple of tenths off of these guys. Need to find a couple of tenths if we can. That rear tyre's gone a bit cold. I can feel it. Look how wide we are there. Get back on the track. Just under a second. It's now Miller in 4th. Oh, look at that rear tyre. Could have gone for a soft front, I think. That might have helped us out. .2 seconds. Oh, run it wide there. Ho ho. 5th place at the minute. I can't get this Yamaha to go any quicker. Only through this back section of the track, which is where we can gain the time on the AI. And Dovi is looking at the back of Alex Rins now. He's going to be on the back of Marquez in no time. 1.2 seconds is the gap. Ooh, keep it real with the rear. See, at the back section of the track, we really do close in on Miller. It's through the middle that we lose it to the AI. Miller's running wide again. That just seems to be his line, and I've adopted that line, not intentionally. Another massive wheelie from the bike there. Right. What sort of lap time is it? 54.7 was the fastest lap of the race. 55.2, so we're dropping down the timesheets. And it is Dovi in 2nd place now. Rins has been demoted to 3rd, so Dovi has some good pace. Doesn't surprise me, really. I haven't been able to go with Dovi. At the minute, just sitting in 5th. We'll see if we can make it. Oh my god, not wide, not that wide again. See if we can make it onto the back of Miller and Rins. But the rear tyre's looking at about just over 50%, probably 60% wear on that rear tyre. So we have to keep an eye on that. We're running deep at turn 6. Another massive fucking wheelie. Oh, come on. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Nakagami, 21st. That's not what he needs. So it's Abraham now behind us. Wow, what is going on behind? Need to try and get ourselves a good run on the main straight. That will help us out in this Grand Prix, I think. There we go, that's a better run. Bit more throttle control. What's it going to be now? Last lap was 55.2. This is a 55.4, so losing a couple of tenths a lap to our personal best each time round. Bit of switch up going on behind us in 7th and 8th place. Miller's pulled away. That Pramac is a good quick bike. Not as quick as the full factory Duke, but it's well up there with the bikes. I mean, look at it challenging the Suzuki. Obviously, we're going to be pretty disappointed. We just moved from Suzuki and look at Rins making it work, but we couldn't get it together with Suzuki. I've ran it deep at turn 6. Our pace is dropping off now. The tyres are starting to go. I'm just going to have to bring the bike home, I think. I think Miller stepped up the pace because he's closing in on Rins now. Maybe a hard tyre would have been better for us. I don't think it would, actually. Let's just keep it going then. 5th place. Would be good if I can get it in the end. Not going to be that podium finish that I wanted. So the bike worked over 1 lap, but over a race distance couldn't get it to work with the tyres. So this is what I mean with the rideability of the bike. It's quick, there's raw pace, but I can't get the good rideability I need to be consistent over a race. I'm not able to set quick lap after quick lap at a consistent lap time. It seems to be dropping off what it's going to be 55.6 now. We've been losing 2 tenths on each lap time that we go round, and that is costing us. So gonna have to improve the tyre wear and the rideability. Look at Miller and Rins, they're really going at it. We're on the final lap now. Bit far off to do anything, but if they knock each other off, that is going to give us an opportunity, so I'll take that if that does happen. 1.5 seconds is the gap now, so I think Rins is going slowly and he's backing Miller up into us, but let's see what the gap is when we come round the next sector. Miller going at it with Rins. Turn 6 is an absolute killer for me. Rins is still defending from Miller. You know, might not count us out yet. Still got the last 2 sectors to go. 1.4 seconds. We're closing them in. See if we keep this going. Turn. Little pop of a wheelie. Oh, come on, let's close in if we can. Little hop over the bump. 1.1 seconds was the gap at that sector split. Oh my god, we're closing in. Can we do anything to the final corner? Oh, not if we push the rear like that. Absolutely crazy stuff. Miller's going at it with Rins. Oh, they're taking each other out. This could be our chance to close on in. Not going to be able to do it. Get a good run though. 1 more lap and we'd have been right in there. Look at that. Right on the back of them in the end. That was good. So only 5th place in the end for our opening Grand Prix. You see the race objective was a podium. We weren't able to make it. 54.7 was the fastest lap that we did. And that was pretty consistent with everyone else. So pretty close to the grid this year then. Pretty darn close. You can see off of the start. Got a massive wheelie. And look at that. Marquez just came flying up the inside. Rins made it all the way up. Rossi dropped backwards and Dovi went up through the field. Petrucci didn't do too well. Vinales was up there as well at the start of the Grand Prix actually. So a pretty interesting start. Then we made it past Morbidelli, as you can see. If we just go backwards through the grid a little bit. Or forwards. Lorenzo's back there. Look at the squabble that was going on there. Look at the squabble. Valentino was way back. We ran wide, there we were, running wide. Rossi and Vinales just went backwards. So this Yamaha in the race didn't seem to do much good for us. So that was an interesting race. I actually really enjoyed it. It was good to be on the edge. It was good to be quite intense. Take a look at the back of Petrucci there through turn 8. See if anything interesting happened through here. Not that I can see. So in the end, oh, someone ran wide. Who was that running wide? Let's see if we can climb forward. I don't know if I'm going forward or backwards. Yeah, we're looking at the back of Petrucci. So in the end, a pretty interesting result. I'll take that. 5th place. We need to build on this. We can't afford many... Oh, championship objectives first. Okay, so piling on the pressure from Yamaha. Yamaha want a title. We're only in 4th at the minute. Lorenzo didn't get any points. So that's going to do it for today's episode. I hope you really have enjoyed the start of this brand new season. And you are looking forward to more MotoGP career mode. So for now, I will see you guys in the next one.